What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. Absolutely kick-ass day. I want to break it down. What's prompting it? Is it justified? And why we might be starting to see more and more squeezes across the board. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is up 4.31%, 10.01 the low, 10.52 the high. Absolutely kick-ass day. Reason why it's going up is because of this right here. So the market was already pricing in pretty much worst case scenario, just a massive blanket tariff. And obviously, as you can see, White House scales back April 2nd tariff plan, focuses on targeted reciprocal levies per Wall Street Journal. So when it comes down to it, this is a massive relief for the broader market, because a lot of analysts at the same time were signaling that these broad tariffs were going to prompt higher inflation, higher unemployment, and just pretty much be the doomsday starting event. So by this occurring and this being stated, that is alleviating all of that issue and all that risk. This is why you're seeing a certain level of FOMO today. But at the same time, this is why, as I mentioned, you could start to see some pretty big squeezes starting to happen, including yours truly. So starting off, Dow is up 1.24, S&P up 1.6, NASDAQ is up 2.02%. And yeah, honestly, this day couldn't get any better. But like I said, you have a certain small amount of individuals in the broader market who clearly have a lot of power. They feel like today's rally isn't justified. So shorts are increasing 692,000 shares. 32.83% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 117.65 million shares overall are being shorted. Shorts are a big deal for SoundHound, as what even the CEO mentioned in the last interview. I think it was on CNBC a couple days back. But he even brought up how shorts are clearly a big issue, but he's not really worried about them, because I think he kind of has the same mentality that Elon once did, saying, hey, shorts are a pain, but they will go away. Once SoundHound does kind of aim towards profitability, gets towards that, that's just going to be a natural deterrent. At the same time, if the broader market starts to enter into an expansionary stage of its cycle, then that at the same time will be a natural deterrent for shorts. So I think shorts' days might be numbered. We'll probably be looking back to this date and time and just say, hey, this is when the market just exploded and when shorts just got screwed. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from that, moving over to options, 2.24 million in calls, 786,000 in puts. 47% of all the options being done today are optimistic in nature. And ultimately 3.02 million in total premiums so far today. And we still have another about 4 hours left for the most part. So today is going to be a pretty high one. So most likely settling around the 8 million. So a lot of money is getting into SoundHound through both common stock as well as options. And based on the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 12 to 12.50 range. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub 9.50. So I'm not really sure where they're getting that from, but nonetheless, that has moved up. So the risk versus reward is clearly moving up based on that. These are all the transactions on the secondary market above $100,000. So definitely a lot of big buying. And for those of you that kind of watch my channel, you would know that like Wednesday through Friday last week, like volume dropped for the most part. So this is definitely very welcoming to see a good amount of buying. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from that though, these are all the transactions occurring on the dark pool. So dark pool, very popular as per usual. So good stuff for that. But yeah, of course, dark pool is often enough used by shorts and whatever else. But with it at $10.26, trading between this R1 and this pivot. So $9.89 is going to be that strong support. Flip side, $10.36 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So at today's high, it was trading between this R2 and this R1. I feel like the only thing the market is really waiting for is just to find out exactly which sectors are the targeted for the kind of tariffs. Because yeah, I think that's the only gray part of the market right now. And what we don't know, once we get further clarification, then this is where SoundHound, most likely alongside whatever other sectors aren't affected, will just move on up. So yeah, I think bigger and better things might be coming down the pipeline. No new analyst ratings associated to SoundHound today, so it's just also the technicals that's really helping SoundHound move higher. But $9.81 is that ALMA. Next strong target, based on at least the moving averages, is this right here, all joined together. So you do have that 50 and 100-day moving averages at $12.18 and $12.24. So as I mentioned, if SoundHound's able to continue this good momentum and break above that, then this is where things could get very, very real. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Do you think today's rally is justified? Do you kind of agree with the bears? Do you think that it's not and that it's still just too gray? What's your kind of general thoughts on all of that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.